Yo, what's going on, guys? Snoozeman back here with another YouTube video, and today we're actually going to talk about how to handle bye weeks here in Madden 21 franchise mode. And here, as you guys can see, we are in week 11, which is our bye week here. And I'm just going to be breaking down a couple things on how to handle this situation and how to go about it. Now, this is more so a relaxing week, but you can focus on some things that you normally and typically can't work around and get to once it's just a week by week thing where you're playing every single week. Well, we can kind of take our eyes off of a team that we have to face next week, and we just can focus on some other things. But first off, I want to talk about negotiating for your players. Now, everyone doesn't do this right away or do this as the weeks progress during your seasons, but this is a really good week to go about this and maybe get a few players signed on your team
These
here.
players are on the last year of their
Sorry about
contract,
this voice,
re-signing
guys.
so you don't.
But you can sign a few of these guys to your roster so you don't have to wait up until the end of the season where you only have a certain amount of time to sign these guys. You can sign a couple of these guys right now here in the bye week, and you can take a lot of stress off yourself. And you don't have to do this when or before you have to play a team. So this is a good time to get on this and to start, negotiating some of the players you want to bring back. It's completely up to you when you want to do that, but this is a very good week in re-signing some of your players. Again, it can never hurt early on in the season, but this typically is a very good week to do this because nothing is happening for a bye week. So I'd get on that for your bye weeks, guys. Sign some of your players. If not, if you're really being eager, sign all of them, um, or the players that you do want to sign. Another thing I want to talk about is scout college players. Now, another key thing that I want to talk about is that scout college players for their points. As you guys can see, points available, I have 349. Now, these don't actually accumulate. If you don't scout any of your college players, the points will go down. You won't really have anything to work with at the end of your season. So the more and more you do it, you're going to have some more points to be able to work with. But if you don't touch and scout at all, your points are going to diminish, and you're not going to scout nobody, and therefore, come draft time, it's not going to be very good unless you're running a roster that you downloaded that you know who's good and who's not. Then in that case, that's fine. But if it's not and it's auto-generated rookies, I would get in here and I would definitely, now regardless, I would definitely get in here and scout your college players weekly and get on this. And again, bye week is a really good week to focus in on some of these guys. And I went back to this prior in a video back then. I talked about it and go into the news, look at the draft story, see which players are popping out and doing really good at this time, and take your time and invest in that here in the bye week. And you can attach yourself to some of the top college athletes. So I'd invest your time, research some of these guys that are doing well. Take your time for these college players in your bye week. Another thing, now it's all here in the things to do list, but these are very smart things to get on and do in the bye week. And another thing is start weekly training. And now I say start weekly training, but the reason why I'm really trying to get you guys into this is because they're giving you an additional week to prepare for the Green Bay Packers, which is my week 12 opponent. But as you guys can see, I am in my week 11. I have a bye week right now, so I can prepare a week ahead of time for these guys, and I can put in whatever I want. I can prepare for a certain coverage, defensive coverage for my offensive game plan, and vice versa. I can also prepare for an offensive scheme for my defensive game plan. And we can go in and start training. We can set guys here for XP. But I would do this. I would get on this during a bye week because a lot of these guys, again, you can get additional XP for an extra week before you face the Packers. But you also can get some of your players used to and prepared early, a week ahead of time for the Packers or any team, ahead of time for your guys' bye weeks. It's a good time to do that as well. You don't have to do start weekly training every week, obviously, or even in the bye week. But if there's one week that it's really nice and to really prepare your players for, it's the bye week, guys, because it's a week early and ahead of time. So I would get on that. And lastly, upgrade players. It's a good time to do this because you're always filtering through whether it's simulation or playing game by game. You're not really paying attention to upgrade players. Most players wait typically to the end of their seasons to just upgrade everybody all at once. Sometimes, in cases, that's fine, that's good, and sometimes that's, that works for the best. And other times here, and in the bye week, it never really hurts. Again, it just never really hurts, and sometimes it's better. Because let's say your team is struggling a little bit, you can upgrade your players, and that'll boost some stats, some key stats that'll help out some of your players, and it'll help out your team overall sometimes, or just help out some key stats that'll boost some positions on your roster that can help you in game or simulation, and that'll give you guys some more wins along with that. So upgrade players is huge come bye week. Yeah, I mean 7-3 for this simulation for me right now is going very well. So typically I don't exactly need to do that. I could just wait for it to accrue and just upgrade everybody at the end of the season. But let's say you're kind of a little behind, you're struggling, but you're still right there, you're in competition. I would 100% get on into the bye week and just upgrade your players then. And then at the end of the season, you can just wait and wait for it to accrue and upgrade your players. But these are very smart things to do, guys, and get on top of for your bye week, and to prepare yourself really and get on top of things, because you have a week off here to take your time and go about things differently than you normally would, week by week, before you face any team. But hopefully this gives you a better understanding. It gives you more things to do and think of outside the box on bye weeks here in Madden 21 franchise mode. Now, we did just hit 350 subs, guys. Thank you guys so much for that. We've been trying to hit 350 for a little bit now. We finally did it. Again, thank you guys so much. Really, guys, I think our next goal is going to be 400. We're going to try to hit that 400, in the nearby future. I know it's going to take a little bit, but I'm just going to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing for that, and eventually I know we will get there. But again, guys, that will be it for today's video, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.